Hi, and welcome to Unit 10. This week we focus on service in transpersonal psychology. Now, I want to say that I think that while service is an implicit element of transpersonal psychology, it has not been looked at as explicitly as it should be. To me, service is one of the core practices, but I don't know that we generally see it listed that way. It seems to me that every spiritual wisdom tradition has, at least at some points, focused on service, good works, as part of its core values. I want to read a quote that I've had on my desk for 35 or more years. This is the Dalai Lama. He says, "Our highest duty as human beings is to search out a means whereby beings may be freed from all kinds of suffering and unsatisfactory experience." It's a tall order. It's a big project. And I do think that every spiritual tradition, every religion has had its own way to say something like that. Now, it seems to me that transpersonal psychology has mostly considered service, in the broadest sense of it, as a fruit of transpersonal development, as an expression of spiritual maturity. But I don't think enough attention has been given to service as a transpersonal practice, as a means of developing spiritual maturity or furthering transpersonal development. Using service as a means of stepping outside our narrow ego self and into a more transpersonal kind of ego transcendence. So that's the perspective that I'd like to hold this week. Now, another thing I want to say about the material this week. It's lighter than the weeks we've had so far. Matt and I have felt you've put so much into units 1 through 9. There's been a lot of heavy, dense conceptual material, and we've been really happy with your engagement with that material. And we also want to make sure that you're taking care of yourselves. So you might add self-care as part of the underlying focus for this week. Taking care of yourself. So there's less conceptual material. We're not looking at the research on service in transpersonal psychology. Partly we feel like we can do that because not look at those topics, because next year you'll have a sequence on transpersonal service learning as part of the requirements for the eco-psychology program. So that gives us a chance to look at service this week more from an experiential point of view. So we're going to invite you to take part, to design and take part in a service project for yourself this week, and then to tell us about it in the threaded discussions. So we're hoping that the material itself is interesting and useful, and we're also hoping that this week, being a little lighter, gives you a chance to consolidate, integrate, exhale, take care of yourselves. So we do look forward to seeing you online this week. Talk to you soon.